battery all changed, so we're back up to 100% here, and back to the walk. And yeah, this is where some beautiful bits along here where it gets nice wee sort of glade look to it, and follows the river down and the wee waterfalls that are down here. So it's a nice wee bit of the walk, even if you don't do the full up to the viewing point. That circular element of it's really nice in the forest. Avoid the boring Forestry Commission road, but then you miss the viewpoint, which I hope you enjoyed. So here we go down another wee bit down towards the river. That's me getting brought a stick to throw now, but we're not going to do that just yet. We'll get the ball out when we get down to the car park. So a wee bit of a footpath here, decking paths to get over what I'm assuming is a boggy bit. Difficult to tell. Yeah, it's boggy over there, so yep. So you can see here the leaves that are around on the floor are all from these trees, which are obviously oak trees. So when I was talking earlier about the oak plantations that were put in, these are the sort of remnants of them then, and the amount of oak leaves which are on the deck. And look at this, different types of fungi that are on the tree stumps. Need to look that up at some point. But yeah, this is very soft floor with the amount of leaves over the years. I can imagine it being incredibly fertile, or at least for acid loving plants I would think, but it's absolutely beautiful. So we're not in leaf obviously with it being February, but I can imagine in February, in the summer, spring and summer, when the leaf begins to come, it's quite spectacular. Summer of course brings the midges, which we have to put up with, I'm afraid, or stay indoors. I'll not be doing that. I've heard all sorts of things like skin so soft is good for keeping the midges away, and there's all sorts of other potions and lotions. If you're watching this and you know anything about those, I'd appreciate your thoughts and any comments. That some advice would be great. I know I don't have any followers to speak of at the moment, but that's hopefully will change if you're watching it. You don't need to follow me, but maybe make a comment, that would be great. I'm only learning. I don't expect to have thousands of followers, but comments are useful because it's more about my learning this and what I can gain out of it, and hopefully people who watch it gain something as well. There are much more professional people doing it, I know. So, well, hearing in the background, I wonder if you can, the water coming down the hill over here, down below us, and we're coming to that now. A wee stream. See a river, it's a burn. Don't even know if it's got a name, but we'll call it the Sallochy burn. But beautiful colour, the water looks so clear and fresh, with the grey stones in the bottom and the slate. It's beautiful. And there's another one joining it, so yeah, two come together here. Different paths off the hills. stop recording. So that's where the two streams, burns come together. Follow the path down and you'll see where it comes together and under the bridge that crosses over to the other side. Beautiful in the sunlight coming through the trees, isn't it? There's another wee bit that comes down here. Here's solid rock that it's going over here. Amazing. Yeah, another wee, don't know if you call them tributaries, but another wee feeder into it. There's a wee pool down there, that looks nice. Yeah, definitely the colour of the stone in the bottom of it and the slate. So clear. So quiet apart from the noise of the water. Peaceful. There's one thing I'm learning by doing these walks is it helps clear the head. Thanks to the builders of the bridge. See the red marker again. The builders of the wee bridge that goes over. A soft mossy bank. Get the greens and the colours here. And this is where we started the walk. You'll see this is the junction. We went up that way, and this, as I said, at that point was the sort of return marker. So when we arrived, we went up there and through the forest to west of Sallochy farm. So this is the road back to the car. So we just need to be careful with the dog here. So I'm going to switch the camera off here and keep the dog safe as we cross the road, which is busier now, as I say, because of the school holidays. And I need to stick her on the lead. So that's where the two streams, burns come together. Follow the path down and you'll see where it comes together and under the bridge that crosses over to the other side. Beautiful in the sunlight coming through the trees, isn't it? There's another wee bit that comes down here. It's solid rock that it's going over here. Amazing. Yeah, another wee, I don't know if you call them tributaries, but another wee feeder into it. There's a wee pool down there, that looks nice. Yeah, definitely the colour of the stone in the bottom of it and the slate. So clear. So quiet apart from the noise of the water. Peaceful. There's one thing I'm learning by doing these walks is it helps clear the head. Thanks to the builders of the bridge. See the red marker again. Builders of the wee bridge that goes over. A soft mossy bank. Get the greens and the colours here. And this is where we started the walk. You'll see this is the junction. We went up that way, and this, as I said, at that point was the sort of return marker. So when we arrived, we went up there and through the forest to west of Sallochy farm. So this is the road back to the car. so we just need to be careful with the dog here. So I'm going to switch the camera off here and keep the dog safe as we cross the road, which is busier now, as I say, because of the school holidays, and I need to stick her on the lead. Across the road safe into the car park. I didn't show you this when I was arriving, but there you go, Sallochy campsite. This is where we have red markers again, take us back to the car. In the summertime at this car park there's toilets and all that, but they're closed as the winter starts. Understandably, they don't get many folk up here. Some good information boards. Welcome to Sallochy, and then it tells you don't camp or where to camp and so on. So there's the walk we've just done with the red markers. West of Sallochy, the quarries disused and so on, and the viewpoint that we've just been to. Helpful. They are distances. If you're doing the West Highland Way, you recognise some of those, eh? 2.5 miles to Rowerdenen. I think it felt more than that when I did it, but hey, Inversnaid, that's a difficult walk, that, from Rowerdenen to Inversnaid. In fact, from Balmaha to Rowerdenen's not that easy either. Probably the toughest part for me of the whole West Highland Way when I did it was this bit along the side of Loch Lomond. Some great views and that, but tough walking up and down and up and down. Not always nice paths, sometimes scrambling. There we are, back at the car. Parking, you can pay with your card, £5 a day, £2 an hour I think it is. I just don't do the hour one. And more information boards. Yeah, that's the path that we've just come down across the road and up that other path, as it says. So the hills that we saw, the one right behind us when we were at the top is Baynard, and then we saw, of course, Ben Lomond covered in snow. Yeah, there you go, up to now £2, and all day £5, and you can pay with Ringo, which is good. Thank you.